Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Horse Lords as the Mongol Empire. In our last episode we've just been trying to revoke some titles from our vassal up here, and he was not willing to accept that, so we're fighting him now. We're also helping out our vassal, or not our vassal, but our ally up here in his little war that's going on, which we don't actually need to go and help with. We're also not actually helping with the other war. Our vassals are taking care of this one for us, so hopefully they'll continue to do that. Okay, so somebody has usurped something and apparently either gained or lost us some land. Chiefdom of Khiva. Alright, we had a county belonging to somebody else in here. Good, so now we have slightly neater borders there. It occurs to me as well that I was just looking before for Count and Duke level vassals to revoke things from, but I believe we have quite a few lower level vassals, cities and bishoprics and stuff, that we should be able to easily revoke things from. Yeah, he'll just accept, so we'll revoke a few holdings this way, and then we'll have a few more things we can... Oh, he's actually our steward, maybe we won't revoke his land just yet. Yeah, these guys will just agree to it, which is much easier. Okay, that's enough for now. Then we have some new targets to pillage for a while for some nice gold and tech points. Our vassal Khan has created the Duchy of Bulgar, okay. This guy. I suppose he can do that if he wants to. But we still have this independence faction, and you are still in the faction even though you're to 95 opinion with me, which I do not like. And of course, other feudal vassals have joined this now because we just annoyed them by revoking a bunch of feudal titles. But if we could get this guy out of the faction, that would be very beneficial to us. Unfortunately, the only title we can give him is Designated Regent. That would only be worth 4 opinion, so I don't think that's going to help us too much. We'll just fight them if they actually rebel. Let's go ahead and pillage these new holdings that we just seized. Okay, that's all we can do for the moment, apparently. Alright, we have a new trade post, or a trade post upgrade. Should help out our income. We're making 20 gold a month now. And we just finished our meat preserver. Let's wait a few months before building another upgrade. Don't want to go too low on gold. Successful jihad for Persia. Okay. Pretty much as expected. So that's the de jure Kingdom of Persia. Fair enough. And our truce with Bulgaria is about to expire, but we don't want to do anything else to them right now, I think. They have a revolt going on. Probably reduces the amount of money we're getting from them. Yeah, they're not making very much at the moment. Oh, and here's the faction. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to fight one of our Khan vassals, unfortunately. The other of these feudal guys shouldn't be too big a problem. We aren't actually participating in either of the wars that we're fighting, so we have our full force available to fight these guys. Yeah, we'll not be blackmailed. Okay, so this doesn't seem too bad at all. Let's see if we can call in our vassal Khans. Very few of them actually are willing to accept, okay. Well, that should be alright. We won't call any of them for the moment. Our ally up here is just finished his war as well. Which is good. Be nice if this would actually get sieged so we could end our other war. My prisoner's complaining, we will let her rot, of course. We'll keep on pillaging. Okay, I guess this is the revolt capital, so a long way to go to actually siege that if that's what we're going to have to do. Twists and turns of Gazan's tongue and the white lies he uses to make friends is making my head spin. How can such a young lad be able to lie so well? This is our nephew, son of Altan, of course. We can have him become deceitful or perhaps honest. I guess honest is maybe better for diplomacy. We'll go for that. Probably more important than intrigue. And unfortunately we have 2 holdings in this one county, so we can only pillage one at a time. Might have been a good idea to check that we were only revoking 1 title per county. Not really a big deal though, in the whole scheme of things. Okay, I think we can definitely afford to continue building upgrades, so we'll have a look at what we can do here. More morale of armies. Population growth. More clan sentiment might be helpful. Sure, we'll do that. So despite the faction saying that they had, what was it, 150 or something % of our strength, it seems like they do not have even remotely that many. Creature has been sent to us. We'll do what we usually do with those kind of people. He cannot be ransomed apparently, okay. And into the dungeons with him as well. So I didn't actually call in anybody to the faction revolt here, but it seems like some of our vassals are fighting the armies anyway. Oh, these guys are actually not part of the Mongol revolt, they're part of the other Mongol revolt, the small one up here. So that explains that. This is at 100 now, so we can actually end this. This guy gets imprisoned and we can, without penalty, revoke a title from him. And we can revoke some of the lower titles. This is the one that's held by the guy that we have imprisoned. So this one is actually going to annoy all of our non-nomad vassals, but we don't really care about them. No, we apparently can't do this anyway. While we have a truce, I see. That's fine. We can always revoke it later. Alright, let's continue on eastwards. Actually, we probably don't have a truce with his vassal, so we could be able to revoke his title. And he'll agree to that. Okay, let's do it. I think we'll stop revoking things for the moment at this point, though. We have enough stuff to pillage. How built up is this? Pretty well developed, so it'll take us a while to pillage that one. It seems like this is their whole army gathered together over here. Yep. Okay, we pillaged the last of that holding. We can revoke this temple if we want to, but we'll probably just hold off on doing that because, like I mentioned, we have enough stuff to pillage for the moment. Okay, our clan gathering hall is completed. And our vassal Khan here is declaring a conquest war on this Shah of Persia. Okay. Going for this county. Well, I think other Sunni leaders will be able to join that. Which means the Seljuks here, for example. And this guy. He could have a large fight on his hands. Actually, I'm not sure whether that applies to a conquest war. Might only be if it's religious. Let's see. Doesn't say that... No, it doesn't say that other people of his religion will be able to come in. Alright. Well, good luck to him either way. So this county is steppe, we should have no problem going in there. We'll just attack with this army since it's where our leaders are already. And maybe we can send the other army up here into their capital. Since I think the war score, yes, the war score they have now is from them controlling all of their holdings, so the sooner we siege something the better. Although I suppose that doesn't have to be the capital, we could easily just go in here. Much closer. This battle should be very easy. Only lost 400 troops to their almost 6,000. Gets us up to 47% war score, and we've actually wiped out their whole army. My nephew is turning into an arrogant little braggart. I might have to rein him in a bit. He can be proud, that's okay. I would prefer if I was getting education events that were giving him stuff like diligent and ambitious, but... could be worse, I suppose. Okay, I think we'll build another upgrade in our capital. We're looking pretty good for money right now. Increase trade income. Sounds pretty good. And our younger son requires educating. Well, we are already educating 2 people ourselves, so we can't do him at the same time. I think we're actually less likely to play as him than we are as our nephew, so... I guess we'll use him for opinion, but if we can get somebody who has decent traits too, that would be great. Let's see about just getting him a good military education, and we won't worry too much about using him for opinion. This guy, I think, is going to be pretty good. Brave, diligent, and he'll probably make him a brilliant strategist. I had to break up a fight between my son Bujeg and another child today. His heart is filled with envy. I think kind is going to be better here, more diplomacy. Okay. Although I had thought my courtier here to be a more reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel his rival was slightly erratic. We'll allow the duel, that's fine. Apparently he survived it. There are some rebel troops gathering here, not too many though. We'll just stay here and actually take these holdings, since the war score is ticking pretty quickly against us. Okay, our minter is finished. We can build something else. Population growth, probably pretty good. How are we doing on population? I think we're getting pretty close to having 90%, so I think once we do, we'll have to declare an invasion. The prisoner is complaining, we'll let him rot. Though I had thought this Khan to be a reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel his rival was slightly erratic. Yep, sure. Feel free. He did just fine too, apparently. And we've been sent a bishop. See if we can ransom him. We can. This guy is complaining. You're our vassal. We want to actually keep him in prison so that we can revoke titles from him, I suppose. How close are we to fully pillaging this? Actually not sure which one we're pillaging. Probably this one. Okay, somebody offered us a marriage, but changed their mind. The revolt army is heading up here. I wonder if they've been declared on by Hotan or something. No? Hotan does have a large army hanging around here. Oh, they're defending against a host invasion. They are winning, though. Okay, we're about to finish some sieges here, which should get us a large amount of war score, or I suppose wipe out the negative war score against us, same difference. Up to 87. We'll have to stay and finish a few more sieges, I guess. But we have basically won this. My nephew makes sure everyone gets exactly the same amount of whatever sweets the cook gives the children, so he's going to become just, which is good. Stewardship and vassal opinion. This one is getting pretty close to being fully pillaged. We apparently lost a commander. So our nephew Borogul is a pretty good candidate. This guy has very few education traits. I wonder if he didn't get an education for some reason. He does have the ambition to become marshal though, so he'll go up to 20. Oh no, he will not go up to 20 because we're appointing him commander, not marshal. Still though. We will choose him. My son hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. Temperance is a virtue, so 1 stewardship and another +2 from being temperate is fine. We'll keep on pillaging. So Altan has succeeded in improving clan sentiment with the Mengu Timur. Let's check on our clan sentiment overall. We have a blood feud between these two clans, interesting. 30 clan sentiment, could be worse. Everyone's at least close to neutral apart from these guys who have the blood feud. Still annoyed about us splitting their clan, okay. I'm sure they'll get over it at some point. We must be pretty close to 10% now. Let's see if we can actually use the invasion CB. Or 90% is what I mean. We are still not. I won't actually work out the exact numbers, we'll just check every now and again to see. I don't know if we'll necessarily invade Hungary. Maybe Rus would be a good choice. Daughter became a brilliant strategist, that's good. Though actually I guess it's pretty irrelevant now that I think about it, since we can't have her lead armies or anything anyway. Prisoner's complaining, we'll let him rot. Alright, we're pretty close to finishing sieges here, which will end this war for us, but it's going to have to wait until the next episode because we're just about out of time for now, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.